What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much, Just Fans. And you know what? It is actually kind of cool because I have been getting feedback and I actually have met a couple of people. Not that I can say that I didn't know them before, but I will say that they have acknowledged that I'm on YouTube and that I'm doing this and that it's kind of a fun thing. So thank you guys so much, friends, family, Just Fans. I'm going to continue doing this. I know sometimes the topics are a little bit weird. I'm not catering to any particular type of person. Whether you're young or older, whether you're one political way or the other, all of and everything is acceptable here. Every disability, every strength, every empowerment. The only thing that I really don't want here on my channel is negativity. So as long as we're keeping it real and you guys are smashing the like button, commenting, and subscribing, we're going to just keep doing this. I know with my last video it was probably a little bit over the edge, but I just wanted to mention too that there were a couple of mistakes in that video, and I do apologize. I was literally reading verbatim off of what I had been reading, so I will just clarify that we've only been here about 140,000 years as humanoids, so just to clarify that note. And if you still are hitting me up with this video, I think what we're going to talk about is a little bit lighter, but it still has a little bit of a serious theme to it, I guess. But to lighten it up, I did want to, because I just got out of the shower. It is such a nice thing to come home after a long day of work and get into the shower and just get it all off of you. I smell good, I feel good, my skin's so soft. And while we start talking about this topic, I will be putting on a little bit of a face intense hydration because it's getting colder out, and I don't even know, but as I'm getting older, I'm just getting really little red patches and throughout my beard, and real dry up and through here. And this is a daily thing that I do. Well, I try to do it daily, but for some reason, you guys. But anyway, give me, if you guys can. I think I have dry skin, and I think it's sensitive skin, and of course I'm a man, if that matters in the face cream world. But if you guys have any suggestions on what to use, if you know a really intense cream, even actually, to be honest, if I could wear it at night, I think that would be the best. Some people will say because I sleep with a fan on, and then it dries my skin out. But anyway, at the 3-minute mark here almost, if you guys are still watching, just give me a little bit of a like button, comment down below about a moisturizer for my face specifically, and let's just get right into the video. Now today what we're going to be talking about is identification. With that being said, if you have something to hydrate yourself with, hydration. We're going to just get right into the topic here. So I'm going to start off with the way I identified myself prior to 2 years ago, I'd say. And then who I feel like I am today, the identification that I would allow myself to believe today. But bigger than that, I wanted to know from you guys, and you guys comment down below, is it to say that who you believe you are is who you are? Or is it to say that who you are is really based off of everyone else's perspective of who you are? That could be a good thing too. Probably most often I'd say it's a good thing. What other people think of you is probably a better version of who you are. I say that because I feel like a lot of people are really hard on themselves. Not that that's a bad thing. I think that motivates you. It certainly motivated me. So let's just kind of get into that. Comment down below what way you guys think. So I will say, as I start to get into my face here, I will say that when I was younger, and we're talking toddler, I was given up for adoption. I don't think that in itself had really any impact into me. Maybe subconsciously, maybe I somewhere in it all, the underlying message or whatever, maybe that did hurt me. I was 3, so I didn't really know my dad or my mom. I don't have any real a memory of them then. So I don't know. So I was adopted out. Um, as I grew up though, and I shifted, I moved one place, I moved another place, then I moved whenever I was adopted. I moved with my siblings, and I have two older brothers and an older sister who I loved dearly. Um, but at some point, long story short, I ended up at around 7 years old, basically being given out. So I was taken away from my brothers and sisters. And I think that that's whenever I started to have a feeling of like, what's wrong with me? Um, like, I feel like I then at that point thought, what did I do wrong? Or why does no one love me? Um, I don't know, you guys. You tell me if you can remember way back when you were a kid, and you tell me if you think anything that happened to you as a kid still kind of like affects you today. That's kind of just the beginning of my identification, what I had identified at. When you're doing, I know that you guys are probably like, why are you putting this cream right over your eyebrow? But whenever I'm telling you that I break out, I don't break out. When I tell you that my skin is dry, right in here, I start to get like really like flakies or whatever. So you'll get to know Justin. Thanks, Justin, for watching this. But yeah, back to the seriousness. So anyway, after 7 years, right, and then I go another 7 years, and so I'm at 14 at this point, and I had been bullied throughout the 7 years. I had been put on Ritalin because they said that I had a different, that basically I couldn't focus. When I was in school, they would kind of tutor, like make me go to like classes and be alone and tutor me and stuff like that. And all of that kind of stuff. I mean, this is not a boohoo story, by the way, because I am a champion. You're a freaking champion too. No matter what, if you guys are watching this, you guys are probably on an energy level that is pushing forward and forward and forward, and we're just going to lift ourselves up and say, go look in the mirror, keep your head high, shoulders back, walk the world like you own it kind of thing. But I will say, and so we'll get kind of going here, that when I was younger, I had some really hard feelings towards myself. Um, so much so that, 3 years ago, before I started to realize that I had power enough to convince myself, if nothing else, that I was good enough, and that I was loved, and that the whole entire time I was loved and well liked and appreciated, and all of these things were there. It was just that I didn't have it within me. I never knew how to feel those feelings. So I couldn't recognize when someone showed love to me. It would be more like, why are you doing this? What do you want from me? It wasn't something that I thought, oh, that's so kind. It was a matter of why. But now, as we are into 9 minutes, and I hope you guys don't mind this conversation, I really do want you guys to give me some feedback on, like, do you really think that it's about, like, how people perceive you, or is it how you identify with yourself that really matters? Now, I'll give you an example on the flip side. Sorry, I just got out of the shower. I don't really want the hat on too much longer. I just was wearing the hat so I could put moisturizer on. But I will say that I do believe, to a certain degree, that the power of voice, the power of someone else's voice, can be monumental towards someone else. I think that there's a lot of words in the Bible and books written that say that the words are the most important thing we have as human beings. An impeccable word is something very special. So go and read the 4 agreements if you guys know anything about the word, and not just the word of the Bible, but literally us having the ability to speak and how we use that for negative and for positive. I will say that if, you've got Sarah over there and Johnny and Michael and Christina, and they're all talking and they come up with the idea that you are, such a superhero kind of guy and very well liked and this and that. And then here you are thinking that you're, you know, I'm a victim and I feel guilt and I feel shame and why doesn't anybody love me? Well, is it to say that they are right and it's because of how I'm looking at myself that I'm identifying this way? But really, it's to say that all these other people think that you're a beautiful person and a well and nice kind of human being. So I can see it both ways. This conversation stems from me in English 1-on-1 in my first college year. And I thought it was a great conversation to have. And I just wonder to you guys, um, what do you guys think? Do you guys think positive of yourself? Are you hurting inside? Do you need to go take a second and look in the mirror and kind of try to weigh the pros and the cons and say, what can I work on? How can I get myself better? How can I heal myself? Because I truly feel at the end of the day, and I know this to be true because in the last 2 years, I went from being a victim to being, dare I say, a hero in my own life. I have learned to love and appreciate people and do what you can do to be a memory in someone else's life, a positive memory. I believe so much that when you take time to heal yourself and to look inward and to do some meditations and do some spiritual like things, I know it's so cliche, but go take a walk. Go look on YouTube. Go look on YouTube for people who can be positive mentors, influencers, things like that. One of the things that I heard recently about YouTube is the takeaway. Are you a YouTube channel that's negative? Or are you a YouTube channel that's positive? If someone watches your YouTube channel, are they leaving with a positive impression or a negative? So with that being said, you guys, please like the like button. I think press the like button and subscribe for me. Please smash that subscribe button and leave me a comment. That's the most important thing at this point. I will tell you that 52% of you guys watching are from America. I can't identify who the other people are. In fact, I don't know who any of the people who are subscribing to me or watching or viewing. I don't know it. I can't tell. I don't know how to look it up. So if you guys can advise me on how to actually see who my fan base is, if you will, leave me a comment down below teaching me how to do that. All right, you guys, and until next time, keep your head up and your shoulders back and you walk the world like you own it. All right, peace and bye.